So, good morning. I am continuing my conversation regarding the Jamaica Public Service Company. Just want to educate the public and then we can decide on what your thoughts are. So we pay a very high kilowatt hour. I think it's about 35 cents a kilowatt hour, could be more, and that's US cents. So you times that by 155 or $165. So we're way up in the 38 and $40 a kilowatt hour. And if you look on your bill, just look up here and you see right here, right about here, you will see that you say you use 500 kilowatt hours a month. You should be able to times that 500 kilowatt hours a month and times it by what they charge you per kilowatt. So just estimate it, if they charge you $30 a kilowatt, your bill should be $15,000. I can understand there is GCT you have to pay, which really should come off of electricity because we are already uncompetitive, and this is making us worse uncompetitive, especially in the commercial side of business. We can't compete anymore, so people are going elsewhere. No big factories are coming into Jamaica. You can't solarize a whole factory. You can put panels and get grid tie, and grid tie, you apply for net billing. What Jamaica Public Service pay for net billing is so small. It could be 4 cents or some ridiculous figure a kilowatt hour they pay you back for your overusage. It makes no sense. The only reason why you get net billing is so that you don't overproduce and your bill goes up skyrocketed. And I'll tell you more about that soon, which is another scam. But anyway, so you're supposed to pay what your kilowatt hours a month is and times it by the kilowatt we're charged. So, for instance, we get a hurricane and we have no power for 3 days. Just say 3 days. You're not using any kilowatt hours. You're dead, zero. So your bill should go down by those 3 days. So you should be able to take the 24 hours out of the day and divide it by your kilowatt that you're not using, and you should see that come off of your bill. But you don't. You don't, because these little hidden charges here, right here, these little hidden charges here, say that we have to pay some right here. They're right here. Fixed adjustment rate, fuel charge, IPP charge, tariff adjustment. So this bill was actually only, if you look, this bill was only actually $10,000. That's all it was, $10,000. And the customer charge, everything was on that, $10,000. So this customer who had a kilowatt hour should have paid $10,000 plus GCT. But no, these other charges here, we have to suck up and we don't even know what they are. We can't even adjust them or organize them or know about them or even plan for them. We can't. Now, if that isn't, I don't even want to call what it is. But as far as I'm concerned, Jamaica Public Service Company can do what they want to do. They have the sole right to do what they want to do. Nobody can stop them from doing what they want to do. And they just continue to kill us with high energy bills. So I know that when I get my bill, I'm trying to bring my kilowatt hour down. I work so hard to bring my kilowatt hour down. I invert a fridge, LED bulbs, don't run air conditioner more than 2-3 hours at a time. Turn off your fans. Put in energy smart devices, and my kilowatt hour comes down by maybe 100, but my bill don't change because it's tied to the US dollar. That's one. So as the US dollar going up 155, 158, 159, we get screwed. And then all these little private fees that come on the bottom of our bill, they're adjusted. So even though the kilowatt hour come down, my bill is still going up. So that's my thought again on Jamaica Public Service Company. That's why I do feel that the government, any government, this government, that government, whatever government, need to make changes. They need to look at the law. They need to look at how the bills are being billed in Jamaica compared to how the bills are being billed overseas in foreign. Look at how much electricity we're paying, why we can't bring our electricity bill down, why the service has to be so sucked up every 5 minutes a surge, or we lose power or a trip out, a little wind blow, why we have to continue this. If we're paying the highest, we should get the highest. So I can choose. Do I buy I don't know, a Ford, or do I buy a Rolls Royce? If I buy a Rolls Royce, I should be able to feel like I'm in a Rolls Royce and get Rolls Royce treatment. So I am paying Rolls Royce price for my kilowatt hour, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting third class service. And then we have to wait forever for anything done. But you owe them, they cut you off. You owe them by no matter what. The meter automatically says you owe, and they just shut you down. And then fast to send you messages, and fast to send you texts, and fast to send you things, and fast to send people to your house when you put in solar because they see your bill go down, and them send police, and them send this man thief in light. And when they come, they realize, not thief in light, him just get smart, put in solar, put in batteries, put in whatever it cost him, he did what he had to do, so he depended less on the grid. So that's me about the JPS bill. I'm hoping, so I never had power for about 3 days over the hurricane. I should see 3 days full reduction. Full reduction. That's about 80, 90 hours, 100 hours not using electricity. I should be able to get that off of my kilowatt hour and say, well, 38 cents a kilowatt hour, work it out by the amount of time and days I didn't have, and my bill should be reduced. But I don't think I'm going to say that. Just my 2 cents, Jamaica.